Bambi's father just slapped the crap out of the internet's most hated personality, and most of us couldn't be more happy. For the people calling me a hater, you're absolutely right. If you haven't been living in a turtle shell the last couple of weeks, you probably know that Jake Paul and Tommy Fury had a fight last week. And for the people wondering about the title, Jake Paul has not become very humble.
Was sick for 4 weeks.
So the fight pretty much went down like this. 90% of the match was pretty much Jake trying to cuddle his opponent to the best of his ability. So much so that the referee asked Jake if he actually wanted to fight, seemingly holding on to Tommy like it was his father trying to leave him for a Tinder date in Brazil.
What?
Besides giving Tommy Fury a continuous back massage, Jake did get the only knockdown of the match. And let me tell you, it was the most skilled knockdown I have ever seen. They've got to put up a floor might be slippery sign there, man. That could have been fatal.
It could have been killed.
For some reason, Jake decided in the later rounds that he would become a hen looking for seeds in the grass. Must have learned that technique from Lord Shen in the second Kung Fu Panda movie. Jake Paul did not hesitate with making excuses for why he lost the fight.
I got sick really bad twice in this camp. Injured my arm. I'm not making excuses.
Other stuff that went down at the fight was Ronaldo taking a break from bullying football players trying to barely make a living while he earns their yearly wage within 14 seconds. Arguably the best boxer of all time was there, and Mike Tyson too. Drake lost a few $100,000 betting on the fight. In other news, the ocean is filled with water. Many of you are probably wondering what's next for Jake Paul in terms of his boxing. Luckily, I've come up with 3 very plausible theories of his next venture. Number 1, he is visiting the nearest nursing home this Thursday to pick out his next opponent, since he clearly is revolted by the possibility of having to fight another person under the age of 35.
You know who else suffers from dementia?
Number 2, he goes to Thailand to pursue a career as a masseuse, coming back in a few years as the best masseuse of all time. Number 3, he finally fights KSI after they've been jerking each other off for half a decade.
Little guy.
I'm not kidding, by the way. It's actually been 5 years since KSI fought Joe Willie. There's also this guy that keeps begging Jake to fight him, so that might happen if Jake feels charitable, I guess. I mean, a lot of these so-called boxers are calling Jake out because they want him to shut up. But really, most of them just want a piece of that cake. No, not his ass. I mean the huge amount of attention and money he brings to the sport and their pockets. Anyhow, Jake Paul really has to pay a visit to the God Church and bring back the Disney Channel flow. If you're interested in how Mr. Beast got cancelled for curing blindness, you should watch this video. And if you're curious about the recent UFO sightings in the US, you might like this video.
You know who else suffers from dementia?